Well, hey there, it's Leslie, and we're going to work on the project that came in your envelope looking like this. We'll get our messy splashes out of the way from last card. Okay, so what you have is a Bumblebee card base. And you have a piece of cinnamon cider. You have a piece of Very Vanilla. And actually you have 3 pieces of Very Vanilla. This is for your greeting, the little skinny one, okay? This is for the 2 leaves. Let me just show you real quick what this card is gonna look like. Okay, so you have a scrap here for these 2 leaf pieces, okay? And you have your greeting piece, and you have your piece that layers where we're gonna stamp the trees, okay? So let's work on the trees first. We'll set aside our card base. You could actually add the cinnamon cider to it if you want. This is the piece we're gonna work with for right now. So we have our trees, and we need our ground, okay? So we're gonna stamp the trees in crumb cake. And this set, I'm pretty sure, is called Welcoming Woods. It's a new tree set. I like it a lot. I love these birch trees. Okay. So I find it easier to stamp the birch trees first and then add the ground. You may find it easier to do it the other way around. Totally up to you. All right, so I'm gonna, and I probably should have had a map for this, but we're gonna just give it a second, get down in there, and we're gonna hope for the best. And beautiful. All right, so then we have this stamp, and I played around with it trying to find just the right spot for things. So we have some spaces for the trunks. I tried a couple of different things, and for me it just seemed to work best kind of like this, I think. Yeah, I think that was about where I decided. And some of it goes on to the trunks, but it's okay. Maybe Sarah Douglas will do a video that shows us how to line this one up, because it was all guesswork to me. So let's see, did I turn that upside down? Nope, I think I want it just like this. So the ground kind of goes around the trees, some higher, some lower. So it's kind of meant to be sort of behind the trees, actually. So anyway, that worked for me. If you want to do another one a little lower down to give it a little more ground, you certainly could. Okay, but it's meant to go up a little bit. All right. Then what I did was I took some baby wipes, and it's staying nice and moist inside the case. And so I'm going to take the little leaf stamp, and I'm just going to kind of rotate it around a little bit. And you can test it on some scrap paper or something and see how you did. And if you need a little bit darker, you can kind of find some darker spots. Okay, but we just want some lighter colors. Now I can add more color to this. We're getting a lot of yellow, and the cherry cobbler has kind of faded a little bit, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. All right, they're kind of bleeding together. I made this a little while ago, so we'll just kind of add some leaves here falling like that, and we'll do some more over here like that. You can even do some down on the ground, kind of like that. Totally up to you. Okay, like that. Kind of like that. Then you're going to use the stamp from the Forever Foliage, I think is the name of the set. And we're going to just get some ink on there. And we're going to stamp 1. And we're going to stamp 2. And then we're going to use our dies and cut them out. Okay, kind of like that. And I even have a little piece of washi tape right on the back there. All right, so I'll bring in my little mini because it fits better. And there we go. This one I find when the dies hit those rollers, it gets tight to crank, but that's okay. It works really well. But it will feel different, and I'm guessing that it feels different because the gears inside are smaller. All right, so there's one, and let's get this other one figured out here. Like that. Just crank that one through. Okay. There we go. All right, so now we have, stick that there, put our die back. There we go. All righty. So let's pull out our greeting and our strip here. I have the cinnamon cider ink pad. So we'll just ink up "Every season brings its own wonder," which I love because you can use that with any, like there's little snowflakes that come in this kit. There's all kinds of different things so that you can make it any season that you want. You could do the leaves in green and kind of make them go more on the branches. I'm going to just snip the ends on this. So I'll just snip that and snip that. Now if you have a punch that you like to use for the ends, go right ahead. We're just going to do it this way for today. A little bit of cinnamon cider around the edge with a sponge dauber. There we go. that's looking good. All right, let's start some assembly here. Alrighty. So we're going to put a dimensional on each leaf, or set of leaves here. And we're going to put a couple on actually, I'm going to move this one up a little bit because I want to be able to slide those ends underneath, and if I have that dimensional too close, it's not going to let me do that. So we'll put those over there. Let's add this to the cinnamon cider. Okay, we'll add this to the card front. And I'm going to make sure when I go, I'm going to put just a little bit of adhesive back here, because what I want to do is make sure that I can fit my little leaves, but not have them hanging over the edge of the card where I want them to go. So I don't want to hide my ground, so I don't want my greeting too low. Okay. I want that there, maybe. And let's do that. And then let's add this one over here. Like that. There. Okay. And if you're not sure that you've got it, could probably come in with something and just help press it into that adhesive a little bit so it doesn't sink. There. There. So the baby wipe technique is an oldie but a goodie, but give it a try. It's great for this time of year, those fall leaves. It's just lots of fun. So you will need some re-inkers in your fall kind of colors, but you can just put them together like that and have a great time. Thanks, guys.